That sounds better.
Yep.
All right. What's going on with you, big dog?
Same
Hold
old,
on,
same old.
let me cut this light on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Eminem podcast. That's what this is.
Exactly. We back. It's Marvin Sports and Life, and I'm a what is it? Not a co-host. What is it? I'm a guest appearance, man. I'm a guest
Yeah, yes,
appearance.
sir. So what's going on with you, man?
Nothing. Trying to get my phone to run this draft so I can watch it. I can't watch the draft, bro.
Hey, I'm watching it right now on the TV beside me.
Are you? Did they
Yeah,
pick
I'm
yet?
watching it.
Did what's his Burrow go first overall?
No, they're still on the board right now. They haven't made all many picks yet.
How many minutes do they have left?
They got it's not even showing right now. They still running commercials. Hey, big boy, you got to be quiet. You got to go out there. Hey, I don't mind talking now, hey, because my editing skills have gotten a whole lot better. So I know how to just to start. All right, you gonna be quiet, Marvin? All right, let's get this thing started. All right, this is Marvin Sports and Life with my guest co-host with the original other half of the Eminem podcast.
Yes, sir. We back.
Well, with things happened because man, we was on a man. Hey, I think this whole Zoom
Yep.
thing is changing how people do. Well, people have been using Zoom for meetings, but how people receive content.
For sure.
I listen
Yo,
to it.
I was literally in a meeting before this, right? Like you saw me, I accidentally clicked on the wrong link. But like
Yeah.
I was hanging out with some homeboys that, like I told you, I was mentoring some kids, right? So I haven't seen these guys in a while, like over a year, and they're like, "Yo, let's get together." I was like, "All right, I'll put a Zoom meeting together. We'll make it work." We're from all over, right? We got a guy from Charleston, we got a guy from Rock Hill, me. I got two guys in Philly. Like, bro, it was good.
It's crazy how even I heard one YouTube creator said, because sometimes with Zoom the visual sometimes not as great because sometimes it gets a little pixelated.
Yeah, like
He said,
I probably look a little pixelated, especially with the background.
yeah, not much, but he's saying how that because people have been quarantined, people expectations of quality that they once would have not watched anything that wasn't perfect. Now they're like, I'll watch it.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'll watch it. So how you feel about? I got to use a code name because I've seen that anybody who says the word, the video get taken down.
What's that?
The sickness that's going on. For the purpose of this video, we're gonna call it the sickness.
The sickness.
Everybody know what we're talking about. We're gonna call it the sickness.
Bro, it's not bad. Like it could be worse, for sure. I mean, for me, I'm working from home. I can't do much. I go to the grocery store like every 2 weeks, once a week. Come back. Kind of sucks. I stay safe as much as I can, man. I wash my hands all the time, hand sanitize. I don't wear a mask or gloves, which is probably a terrible thing to say online.
Okay.
Hey,
I don't think it's terrible. But I still think as long as because everybody, you're trying to protect yourself.
Yeah.
But some people, the masks and gloves, I think sometimes the masks and gloves gives a false sense of reality.
Security,
and they get too reckless. They get reckless. I can do it. It don't matter. I got a mask and gloves on.
How do you know they didn't touch the gloves? Or how do you know it's not on your mask and you're taking your mask off? I don't know.
And they do it and they don't care. But I think I've been dealing with it. I haven't. Me and others at my place of employment haven't been as lucky to stay home as some others have, but
Hey, I'm with you.
Call a thing a thing. That's I'm gonna leave that. Leave that there.
I'm with you.
Now, something we talk about a long time.
What we got?
You are a Panthers fan.
Die hard.
We ain't talking so long. What?
I know. Like,
What's up, man?
if you're talking about Cam,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
you talking about Cam?
Yep,
Bro, my heart was broken, bro. I'm a huge Cam supporter, man. Everybody,
you are.
based on like everything I've ever seen, everything I've ever heard,
Mm-hmm.
like it's just this weird hatred against Cam that I just can't get. I really can't get right, and it all stems back from the Super Bowl walkout, right? Like when he walked out of the Super Bowl,
Uh-huh.
everybody made this huge deal, like, oh, he's a bad sportsman. Like he didn't sit there, he didn't do his
Yeah.
due diligence as a star quarterback, whatever the case may be, right? But if I'm not mistaken, I think we talked about it before. Peyton Manning
Tom
did the
Brady.
same. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, they did the
Yep.
same, very same exact thing. Didn't even shake
Very
the other
same.
quarterback's hand. I think it was the Peyton Manning and Breeze. He didn't even go
Yeah.
over Breeze, nothing. He walked
Nope.
out.
I think Cam has been, whether it be to his fault or not, I think he's been over criticized. I think what happens is with anybody that's cocky, and I don't think it's so much to do with because some guys like some people like some sports pundits like to use a race card. I think
Yeah.
it's more of a cocky. I think it's not a race card. I think it's a cocky card because
I'm with you.
is Johnny Manziel get the same? Any quarterback that come in real cocky, Baker Mayfield,
Yeah.
he's on that line right now.
Yep.
He's on that line. They're really like, oh, are you that good? See, Peyton Manning, humble. Tom Brady, humble to a certain,
Now go. Yeah.
a certain extent. Yeah.
You see them show boat and bloat too, though.
But not Cam level.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. People have a mold, right? Like a
Yeah.
quarterback should be this,
Yeah.
or let's just even like people hate on his style. Like, bro, let the man let him wear what he wears. Like, why does anybody care?
Hey, he want to look like a granny. Let that man look like a granny.
Exactly. Bo, I don't get the sense of style. Like, I can't dress like him. I will say he rocked that romper though. That was wild. But I'm just saying. Exactly. I mean, hey, he fit the bill. I don't know, but you got to put all of that aside, and you got to look at first of all, people always disregard what he does off the field. Like,
Yep.
he doesn't have any off the field issues.
Zero.
He contributes hugely to the Charlotte area and
He
to the
does.
Atlanta area, but
He
people
does.
don't look at that, man. Like they just, I don't get it. I really don't.
I think they want to hate him so bad. But this is the thing I told somebody. They were talking about Cam, the Bengals about to draft now. And then, I don't know why they're wasting so much time. Just go ahead and get Barrow. The thing about Cam is, I think that Cam would have been. I think Cam's gonna get traded tonight. Well, not traded, but probably signed tonight or tomorrow. I think only thing that hurt Cam is the sickness, because I don't blame a team. If I'm a team, I want my doctor to look at Cam. I don't trust no third party doctor out of Atlanta.
Nope.
I don't trust no doctor. I want my doctor for my team to physically put hands on him.
You see him throwing the ball again?
Yeah, he look good.
He can throw a 50-60 now. I hope he can get a 70-80. I haven't seen like a deep ball, but I'm sure he can't. Maybe he can, but
I think Cam's gonna get comeback player of the year.
I think so too. Honestly,
if he gets signed,
I forgot who I heard talking about it. It was either NFL.com or ESPN somewhere. They were talking about how he may sit out and not sign until halfway through the season. A couple of injuries happen, right? Team needs quarterback. He hops in there. He just lets it ride.
I don't want him to do that.
I wouldn't either, but I mean, I can see people. Okay, let's just say the Chargers pick up a quarterback right now, right?
Uh-huh.
So now they got Tyrod in the front, and then they got the backup who's supposed to be the up and coming guy, right? Mm-hmm. Then who else? Jacksonville, Minshew, really? Maybe. I mean, he could. Maybe he has greatness. Maybe he gets better in the next year or two, right? But they traded away Nick Foles, right? So Chicago's no longer a landing spot. Patriots need a quarterback, but I don't think Patriots are gonna take him for.
It's too many teams that need a quarterback not to pick up Cam.
I know. I'm telling you.
I mean, like too many teams.
Cincinnati. If they take Burrow.
But have this. Yeah, they about to get Joe Burrow. But my thing with the Cincinnati, did they officially cut Andy Dalton?
Yeah, he's not on the team anymore.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm surprised the Patriots haven't signed him.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh no, who's this? Pick is in. Is it Joe Burrow?
It's Joe Burrow.
It's gotta be.
They just did a whole goddamn 4-minute thing on the Heisman Trophy winner Joe Burrow. It's crazy. Hey, I think they're trying to stop LeBron. This sickness might cost LeBron James his championship ring.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Did they pick him?
No, they still haven't officially said to pick yet. They just throwing out kind of crazy stuff to try to milk it.
I'm watching. He's like giving some speech about South Ohio.
Yeah, because they know. Yeah, they got it on him. I think he just got the phone call. He got the hat in his hand, so they got the play. They probably told him, "They draft you. Don't react yet." Because I didn't realize that. I was watching one of them 30 for 30s, and it was like, what happens is, what people know is, they tell the agent, they're drafting you, just don't react. Wait till the camera call you.
Hold up.
Yeah, they got him.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna take him.
Yeah, they got him. Well, yours must be on a delay.
I think so.
Yeah, because I'm sure that they already signed him, and they already They already signed him, and
They already signed him? Dang.
Yeah, not signed him, but he already been picked. Right now the race is on the clock.
They're taking Chase Young all day.
Yeah, I think so.
They're taking Chase Young all day. Ron Rivera is like all about that.
Hey, Michelle, hold on 1 second.
That's cool.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
No, you good. I paused it, so you good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
man. Hey, I think about, bro, we could have been using Zoom.
I think so. All day.
I'm sorry, Eminem podcast fans. We should have been using Zoom.
Hey, it's all good. It's all
but
good.
It just led, and it just showed it just keep working. And let me tell you something I've been noticing too. You don't get to see it, man. A lot of people, you never know who's looking.
Yep.
A lot of people hit me like, "Hey, what happened to your homeboy, man?" Because
Really?
that's like the podcast, man. Because now there's more podcasts starting to pop up. Because I can pretty much say, far as the Orangeburg County area, Marvin and Michelle was the first, hands down.
We started the revolution.
Yeah. With the first, hands down. And I tell people been asking advice. I tell people the hardest thing is, and me and you know this, just putting out consistent content. I don't care.
Yep.
Just put it out there.
Put it out there. Exactly.
Put it out there.
Exactly.
And that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part. And I'm just so frustrated, man. I spent money on this cheap mic. I want to throw it.
Did you get it from Amazon at least?
Yeah.
Yeah, send it back. You got Prime, right? Prime gives you 30-day return.
I need to see them in 30 days.
It should. If you go online and do it, like, just say you want to return it because it's not working or whatever, they'll give you your money back.
Well, I'm gonna go to Prime because I hate this mic.
And if you complain enough, they'll even give you like forget you get your cash back, you'll get a credit for Amazon. You're obviously gonna buy something again on Amazon.
Yeah, I'll take that because man, this thing is garbage. Garbage. But anyway, so we talk about Cam. Hey, I told somebody I think the reason why Cam need to go to the Chargers.
Yep.
I think of the Chargers. I can hear your TV too.
Oh my bad, I turned it down.
I see. That's the reason why I think Cam need to go to the Chargers is because the Chargers can't even set out an MLS stadium.
Nope. It's like 30,000 people, bro.
The Chargers can't.
Like 25, 30,000.
They can't sell it out.
But do you think if he went to play there, they'll be selling out?
Heck yeah.
I mean,
heck yeah.
It'd be tough. Honestly, it'd be good for his like post-career stuff too, right? You're in LA, you got the connects. Like, I mean,
yeah, he looked like LA.
Yeah, he'll fit right in. He'll fit right in.
And one of the Panthers exec, I guess he wanted to remain anonymous. he said the one thing about Cam is that he said people don't realize that he said Cam put butts in the seats.
Yep.
Cam sells merchandise.
Yep.
Cam is a franchise quarterback.
Yep.
He's a star. He's saying stars don't grow on trees.
No, they don't.
Yeah, but it was an anonymous source who might not have his job right now because he said all that.
Possibility.
I think Teddy Bridgewater is a good I told somebody the best I guess analogy
Stopgap?
that I got. Huh?
Stopgap.
A stopgap, and I think I told somebody Teddy Bridgewater ain't gonna lose no games for you.
But he ain't gonna win them either now.
He ain't gonna win them. He just ain't gonna lose them.
Yep, that's true.
So Luke Kiki gone. So I don't know what they gonna. I don't know.
No Kuechly. They cut Eric Reed. They cut a lot of people, man. Like they got rid of our left tackle. No, our Pro Bowl right guard. They got rid of him for Russell Okung, right? So they got rid of a 27-year-old right guard, 4-time Pro Bowler or 3-time Pro Bowler, whatever it might be. Brought in a 31-year-old Russell Okung on a 1-year deal. This guy had 2 years left on his contract. Straight up swap. No draft picks, nothing. Straight up swap. I'm like, okay. So what they're claiming is they're going to use him to develop the left tackle we drafted from Ole Miss last year, who was like a first-round grade when he slid to the second round because of some, I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
He doesn't have like the drive or whatever you want to call it. Like he's not a go-getter or a practice guy.
So I got you. So they're really paying him just to be a mentor.
Pretty much. But he's like a good left tackle. I mean, we haven't had a good left tackle in a long time. So, I mean,
jeez.
But that happened, right? So, I mean, Greg Olsen, they let him walk, or they made him walk per the whole conversation with Cam. Obviously, they got rid of Cam. But offensively, I don't see why we can't ball out. Like we got the pieces. They signed McCaffrey again, right? They got Samuel,
the highest paid running back.
Exactly. This man just touched the ball like 400 times last year.
I tell you about Chris McCaffrey. Chris McCaffrey is a baller. I don't think nobody can take that from him. He's the baller. I didn't think he's gonna get that kind of check that fast. After all these conversations about when people see what happened with Todd Gurley.
Gurley got cut.
What's my man Devontae Freeman?
Yeah, Freeman.
The Falcons cut
him. Yep. Zeke got his though. Zeke got his
last year.
And that's Zeke running behind the top offensive line in the league.
That is true.
I mean, don't forget DeMarco Murray was running right behind them people. Those guys
same line.
Same numbers.
DeMarco Murray, Marion the Barbarian. What was it? What was his name? Marion the Barbarian?
Yeah, Marion the Barbarian. Bro, I mean, told you, Chase Young going to the Redskins. I'm telling you.
Let me tell you, I'm asking your opinion on Chase Young. I think Chase Young is a little overrated.
I mean,
when I say overrated, I mean like even with Clowney. When I watch Clowney used to jump off the TV screen. To me, Chase Young don't jump off the TV.
I can see that.
Even though people might say, and I think is rightly is fairly criticized that Clowney might have took some plays off. I'll take that, but he still jumped off the screen.
Oh yeah.
To me,
he had massive plays.
Massive play. I don't think Chase Young jumped off the screen in me. He had like one or two good, like very dominant games.
Yep.
But like in the championship game, nothing.
Nope.
I think that was the playoff game, whatever that game was. They were in the playoffs, right?
They were in the playoffs.
Yeah, so that playoff game, nothing.
Yep. That's when he got smoked, right?
Yeah.
I think
by Clemson. Yeah.
By like 40 points. Oh, selection's in. What they got? Chase Young.
They got Chase Young.
I figured as much.
Man. He a big fella, man.
He is big. That's a big boy.
He's a big. Wow. He grew up a Redskins fan. He's from Maryland. Wow. Now that's crazy.
Think about Joe Burrows from Cincinnati. This dude is straight up from Maryland.
Now that's crazy.
Hey man, maybe
he played with our old boy. That's with Orlando.
Where?
He's in Orlando now. The point guard that couldn't shoot.
Oh yeah, Markel Fultz.
Yeah, they played basketball together
That's crazy.
at the same high school.
Markel, hey man, don't forget Markel Fultz was #1 pick.
He was. Markel Fultz was looking like a bust when he got to Orlando.
Hey man, but they gave him a whole year off. They let him recover his whole shoulder. Like now he's looking straight again. He had a few good good games.
He was balling. Yeah, because he's the #1 pick and Lonzo was #2.
Yep.
To the Lakers, and we traded him and got AD.
Yeah. I hate the NBA. That's all I like to say. I'm a Magic fan. And Aaron Gordon gets robbed every single year, boy.
Man. Aaron Gordon said
he should put a lawsuit out.
I heard the man say I ain't doing it no more.
Yep.
I can't do it no more.
Bro, the man got perfect 50s on every single dunk but the last one, and he lost. Another dude had like a 47 and a 48.
Yeah.
And like, come on, dude. Are you kidding me?
Dwayne Wade said there's miscommunication. Dwayne Wade said it was supposed to end on a tie. They were supposed to have a way, well, whatever.
You just vote who it was.
Yeah. Hey, on the flip it to you, bruh, Robert Hood need to cut me a check.
How many you got? Bro, I hope you're referring people.
Yes, I am now.
And I hope you're getting free shares.
Yes, I am.
Thank
yes,
God.
I am. Bro, I said, damn, remember you were telling people about Robin Hood, but you put me on the Robin Hood.
I'm telling you.
If they would have had that same thing then, now me and you get a free stock.
I know. Hey, I finally got my first one. Hey, I got my first one today. Think about that.
Okay.
My first free stock. And I've referred him I've referred it to a lot of people, and I don't really care to go for the free stock, but I wish I did at some point.
Man, I'm like, forget that. I want the free stocks, man.
Speaking of that, time to invest. Tomorrow the stocks market's gonna be down, just so you know, since he did like the whole shut down European travel to the U.S. Actually, pretty much all foreign travel to the U.S. is shut down now through direct order, executive order. There's a bunch of stuff going down, so I'm telling you, tomorrow's gonna be a good day to invest if you guys have extra capital on hand.
That's why you the man, Michelle.
You heard it here first, man.
Right there, because I'm telling you, man, I've been watching it because right now I'm trying to pace myself. I tell people, I try to tell people because me and you learned from trial and error the hard way.
Bro, I was literally I was telling somebody that the other day. I was like, we didn't have a clue. We didn't have a clue. I'm telling you, think about if we didn't touch our money, like sell anything from the day that we had invested. Like AMD, bro, I was in the AMD at $6 a share.
What is it now?
It's at $55 a share in the recession. $55 a share. It's $55 a share in the recession, bro. And it hurts me every time I see it.
Yep, and I sold my shares too. You told me that, hey, bro, get it. I'm sick.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. I thought about it. I was like, bro, I pretty much lost like 10, 15 grand in 2 years just because I kept pulling the money back out.
Yes.
And I'll give you the key that I've learned in the last year and a half. And it's a Warren Buffett quote. I don't know if it's a quote, but it's a Warren Buffett thing. It's time in market, right? The longer your money's in the market, you are going to make money in the long run, especially only if you're investing in things you understand. That's the key. If I'm going out here and trying to invest in like pharmaceutical companies and I have no idea if they're gonna make the cure to this sickness, as we call it. Hey, I got you, bro. I got you. We gotta keep it G-rated out here.
No, because they're snatching people content down.
Seriously? That's wild.
Yeah. But
what I'm saying is like, if you knew that kind of information, right? Well, one. Good for you, invest, right? There's one, I don't know if you've heard of the shares called Moderna. Moderna is the name of the company. This Harvard professor invested $5 million into it like 2 years ago. In 2 years, he made $1 billion because that it's trading at like, I think the last time I saw it was like $28, $30. I invested like 25 and sold it like 30. But
Michelle.
I'm
still pissed off by AMD.
Bro, all of them. Think about all the stuff we touched. I could go back and tell you everything that me and you touched, right?
Facebook.
How about Wingstop, Facebook. And Wingstop hit 100. Wingstop hit 100 at one point. Facebook hit 250 at one point.
and then because of the Wingstop, because we got in, they would do like some kind of special fundraiser while our dividends was higher, and we stayed at that when you bought in right there, if you stayed at that there, your dividends was going to be higher the whole time.
Yep. Had we stayed, it was $3 a share of dividends.
Yep.
Like, bro, nobody gives that. Nobody gives that. What else we touched? We touched so many things, bro. Netflix. You know how much money I lost on Netflix? I didn't lose money, but I'm talking like potential dollars that could have been.
But you just want to. That's why I tell people I learn now, and don't buy the stupid penny stocks because they just be robbing you.
Yeah,
look at that.
Yeah, like I said, if you know a company that's gonna like, if you know
it, you research A&D.
Yeah,
you researched it, and then when it was $6, you was like, bro, get some. I had some like, man, I get it, cause man.
in 6 months it doubled though. In 6 months it went from 6 to 12.
Yeah. We would buy stocks at 8:00 in the morning and sell them at 3.
Exactly, bro. I can't remember the name of the first one I ever bought, but it was a penny stock. It got delisted within a week or like a month.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I had some of those too, and I bought 1,000 of them, and then I get an email. This stock has just pulled out, but if it ever comes back, you get these same amount of shares. Blah 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 blah. Bruh.
But now I'm in the days of just I've learned a lot, bro. 3 years, was it 4 years? Yeah. 3 years. I've learned a lot, dude. Like,
if we learned the hard way, I said you put me on it, and I tell people about it. Just when I had Facebook, bought it, don't touch it. Wingstop, bought it, and don't touch it.
Yep.
I know for a fact, bruh. I hate to say numbers wrong. You're right. Now using 10,000, I would have been in the thousands of gain.
In gains, yeah. Even in the recession, you wouldn't have took an L.
I would have been in the green.
You would have been in the green.
Because all those stocks are still doing good. I tell you what, man. I read Warren Buffett book.
Did you? I gotta catch it. I haven't read it.
Bruh,
I watch his videos every now and then. I love listening to him.
That's why when you say that Warren Buffett quotes, man, let me tell you, made me. So I want to throw my phone. This man became a billionaire. Let me tell you his philosophy, and it is so simple that it's stupid, but it's so simple. He said, I buy companies that know how to run. He said, why would I waste my time investing in a company that don't know what they're doing? Now, I just buy the big boys. Even when he started off small,
exactly,
he had 10 people invest like a couple $1,000 when he got in the stock market, where he got into trading.
Yep.
They trusted him with money. He just like bought like small companies from the rip. He would buy companies. Or what he would do these hostile takeovers. Like, I want Coca-Cola. They're big boy. So what he'd do is every day he'll do the max amount they allow him to buy. Like, say you can only buy, I don't know, 1,000 shares a day.
Yep.
He will buy 1,000 shares a day for like 2 months in a row. To where
taking over, man, taking over.
He did the same thing with Geico. He got in on Geico early, just from and then also right place, right time. But man, when he said that, he was like, just invest your stock. He said, you look at the stock like a business. Because I'm about to start reading this other book by his mentor named I think it's Bill Graham.
Sure.
Who's Warren Buffett mentor. Is called the
was that his professor at Columbia or whoever?
Yeah.
Okay.
At the physical, I think it's called the Smart Investor, the Intelligent Investor.
Yep.
He said, whenever you buy stock, don't look at it as a stock. Look at it as I'm buying a piece of a business, and and how good is this business right now? He said, when you buy Disney, you don't got to worry about it. You buy Coca-Cola, you don't have to worry about it. Facebook, you don't worry about it.
You're good to go.
Well, Facebook, he's not so keen to tech, but like, he's
not.
Certain stocks you buy, you don't have to worry about it. But man, when I read the book, it just kept money. And this also I didn't realize too until I read this book. I said, man, we're gonna be rich. We're gonna ball out. This guy said he didn't tell his kids how to do money, which sounds crazy.
I'm sure.
And even when his kids got their first inheritance for their granddad, from their grandfather, he didn't tell them what to do with the money. And he's like, you got the money, what you gonna do with it? So you know what they did? Sell all them shares. At that time, they might have had like, I don't know, $1 million, $2 million. I didn't know this. This is how they get by me, Sean. Say we have a company called M&M Incorporated.
Yep.
and both of us have, I don't know, let's say 10,000 shares each,
Yep.
and it's $1,000 a share. No, let's make it. Let's make $1,000 a share.
Okay.
So what was that?
10,000 by 1,000.
That's just.
But I ain't trying to do that math.
No, that's making. We gotta. How many shares you can have in a company? Is it a limit how many shares you can have?
I don't know the full like runnings behind it, but you
Okay.
can have as many as you want because you can stock split or you can reverse stock split.
You right.
But I'm sure there's like a minimum amount, like maybe like 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 shares, something like that.
So that's go high. So that's say me and you got
250 each.
250,000 shares each.
Yep.
This is what the people do, because you know, in that share our share is trading for, I don't know, let's say $200. That'd be small, $200 a share. But say, we have a set salary of, I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're talking about profit sharing, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I'm not talking profit share. Let's say we have a set salary of, I don't know,
$100K a year.
$2 million, $100K, because you know how that works. Because they really make more than that. We'll spend more than that, but you want to have the amount you're looking like you want to be low, so you don't be taxed so much. This is what they do for their shares. You know they take loans. They don't sell their shares.
They take loans against the share?
You can take loans against your shares because it's an asset.
Oh, dang, yeah.
So, and what happens is they do a loan just so they can buy whatever they want to buy, and just pay a loan. Well, and sometimes they get the loan at. That's how you get a loan at. Because when you deal with that kind of money, you get a loan. That's how they get a loan at 3% interest.
Yep.
They'd rather pay 3% interest than 60% capital gains tax.
Exactly.
I was like, they're wrong for this, man.
And then they throw it right back in the market too, probably.
Well, right back in the market. All they just do it because they want to have whatever they want to do.
Yep.
Let me tell you, man, it's a great book, Snowfall. And Warren Buffett also lived a very how should I say this? He never divorced his wife.
Yeah, but she kind of let him do what he wanted to do.
But she left to do what she wanted to do.
Yep.
And she bought an apartment in her tennis trainer across the street from each other, and he had a living girlfriend.
Dang.
Every event he went to, then he got his wife, and they come together, all the big stuff. I'll tell you, man, it's great. When I read the book, it just made investing so much easier. If I'd have read that book
before we started.
But we learned our own lessons. But it hurts, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, sorry. You hurt me with A&D just now, because I had like a good bit of shares of A&D.
Bro, I'm
listening to you.
250 to 500 shares at one point.
Oh God!
I know, right? And I rocked them on that Robinhood Gold margin too. I was like, well, I made a crucial mistake, and I'll give this one to you. And that's the first time I ever understood what margin calls were. My crucial mistake was it went up to $12 in 6 months or something like that, right?
Uh-huh.
And then as soon as that happened, I went into gold. I'm like, yo, I got to get in on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought it at like 14. It went to like 14, 15. And I don't know what happened. It had like a bad call or a bad quarter or whatever. It went from 15 to 9. 15 to 9, bro. And I had like, and back then, man, I didn't have savings or anything like crazy. And I'm pretty sure I had like, in margin call, right? So when margin call occurs is your shares are not as worth as much as a portfolio because you're borrowing Robinhood's money to invest, right? And when you hit a margin call, you have to pay up your debts. Your debts are due at the end of the day. So if you hit margin call, they'll sell off all your assets, which is shares, to cover their loss.
Wow.
Right? So I had to actually put money in to try to stay afloat. And at the same time, I was selling them off at a loss. I sold probably like, I don't know, half off at a loss.
So you just would have took your time and just kept buying them slowly without the.
If I had bought them the right way, see, at first I was always opposite of what Buffett was saying, right? If it's going up, I mean, you shouldn't keep investing if it's like rocking, right? Like if it hits 10% in a day, that means you don't touch it. It's
Leave
good.
alone.
Leave alone, sell it, whatever. But I'll give you a few examples. Like I rock with a share called XPXL. It's S&P 500. I think it's a bull stock, right? So it's bullish in the sense that it's like a 2x exposure of the S&P 500 portfolio, which means it takes like the top shares or top stocks in the S&P 500 and it kind of like weighted averages it, right? So if the S&P 500 is up, SPXL is way up. The S&P 500 is down, it's like way down, right? But this one's more linear than exponential, so it's a good thing, right? For example, when we were hitting our highs like last year, right, or earlier this year, it was sitting at $75 a share, and I invested at like 50. So I got in at 50. I made $20 per share in about a year and a half. It was sitting at $19 a share during the recession. The recession hit in March, right? Or early March.
Yeah.
Mid-March, whatever. Had you dropped in at 20 right then, there's like 19 and some change. It's rocking at 30 right now. And if you believe the economy is going to come back, right? If you believe in that, then that thing's going to be up $60, $70 again by the end of the year next year.
Man, I got to get you got to send me those.
Hey man, I try to. I don't know. I give everyone all the advice that I have. Like, this is how I trade. This is what I've traded. Like, I give you the best that I can, but
it sounded to me shouting to do a stock of the week.
I mean, I could. I'll tell you right now. Hey, I'll give you my top 3 for this week. I'll give you, any movie theater stock. You may want to avoid AMC, but AMC.
I think it's a wrap for them.
But see, this is the beauty of it. If it goes under, you're telling me that Cinemark or someone can't just buy them out? Why would you let that waste? Like, true. All the locations are there, all the following is there, right? AMC is a household name.
The structure is there, everything.
Yeah,
is there.
And the reason that they're going not out of business, the reason they're sucking it up right now is because of the fact that they use a lot of debt to renovate all the theaters, right? To do all the reclining chairs and bigger screens and things like that, right? So they mounted the debt on to do that, but they couldn't foresee this, right? So this would be like a swooping opportunity for someone to come in, maybe like try to clear off some of that debt. But if you look at Cinemark, right, who's their rival, Cinemark is rocking at like $11, $12 a share, maybe like 15 right now. I got in at 11. I mean, it was sitting at like 15, 20 just a couple of days ago, maybe 15. It was sitting at about $30, $40 a share when we were peaking. So you're right here, right? This is where it was before all this happened. This is where it is right now. So once again, if you believe in the American economy, you believe that the sickness will eventually go away, the country is going to open up again, and people will be able to freely go out and hang out again, right? So now you're looking at this, and it only got one way to go. I mean, it's not gonna.
That's up.
Right? And people are going to go watch movies. You tell me the movie industry is going to go out of business? I have a hard time believing that. Right? So like, people are scraping to watch TV right now. Like, Netflix is way up. Disney's up because of Disney Plus, even though it has nothing to do with their money. It's just a weird thing that Disney has going.
I figured Disney be down because they're losing money because the parks was closed.
Well, they like furloughed a lot of employees, right? They think they're down like, what was it? I would say like 40,000 employees. They didn't let them go. They furloughed them, right? So what it is, they were not paying them, but Disney is paying their medical expenses and things like that, like their medical coverage.
And that means they get unemployment, right?
They can get unemployment, but they also don't lose their medical coverage, which is excellent in that sense. They're saving like, I think it was like, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought I read it's $500 million a day by letting all these people go. Yeah, it was like some wild number. Well, they did it in like slights, right? So like, when everything closed and getting rid of these employees that were overhead because everything was closed.
Yeah.
And obviously they have Disney Plus rocking right now, so.
I what the Disney Plus.
Another. So I already showed you that one, right? So AMC, Cinemark. I mean, Cinemark would be the go-to. AMC is always a go-to if you can. It's cheaper. That's why I say go for it. It's like $3.30. It's up like 10% since last week. The other one I would say is RCL, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. Cruise lines are out of the so if you look at all the cruise lines that are out there, right? RCL is currently the most expensive in the sense of share price is $35 a share in that range. And if you get in around $33.50, $34 in that range, bro, you're gonna be balling. In about a year and a half, you'll make at least like 40%. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is all speculation on what I've seen, but just look at the math.
Disclaimer: Michelle is not an expert. He's just giving you his own personal advice.
I mean, this is how I'm trading. So
yep.
This is how I'm trading. But RCL, right, compared to Carnival, compared to Norwegian, right? If you look at all three of these cruise lines, and even like Wall Street's saying it right now. I just read it the other day. Like, don't get me wrong, I read this the other day, but I had already invested in them prior. Royal Caribbean is the top cruise line that was out there. So they're good to go as far as that's concerned. They're able to get the debt. Like, people are willing to invest in. He playing you like Lance Stevenson in Game 6, boy. No, but no, seriously though, like RCL, if you get a chance, it was trading at about $130 a share, it's sitting at 30. So even if it doesn't make it to its peak, which I feel like in maybe 3 years it'll peak again, but even within a year, if you get the boats out, you get people on cruises, you look at doubling your money in a year. Why? Like, I mean.
Why not? I tell people, I mean, right now, I'm to the point where between Warren Buffett, and we talk about this now, so I'm glad we talking about this. Right now, I'm looking at my portfolio as a savings account. That's the best way. So I'm not messing with it. I'm trying to, like, I research, even if I don't research a stock, I go with I call them the big boys.
Yep.
I rather save up and buy one Coca-Cola than buy 20 things I don't know about, and I hope they do good.
Exactly. I'm invested in Coke on the high. It's really down right now, but and lastly, I mean, I'm getting into this. I don't know if you've seen it, but REIs, right? Real estate investment firms. They have shares, right? So I invested in one called AGNC. I actually made a model about it. Remind me, I'll send it to you. You can look at it. If you have questions, I'll go over how it works. And it's actually funny because my model's like hitting spot on right now. Like, the way I did it, like, even with the market turn, it's sitting.
Broker.
Hey. I wish. I got to do some more research on a few other things. But so this is a monthly dividend stock, right? And what they do is they invest in mortgage-backed securities. So in fear of 2008, 2009-ish time frame, this kind of company would literally go out of business because but I feel like if I'm not mistaken, and what I've done in the research, these guys are a little bit more secure than back then because they're buying these mortgages from like Freddie Mae and Fannie Mac, right? So they're like government-backed like loans, right? So I mean, yeah, they still have just risk anyway, but at the same time, they pay a monthly dividend based on the income provided, and because it's a real estate investment like a trust, they have to pay 90% of that back to the investors, right?
Yeah, because they're not allowed to profit but so much, right?
Exactly. Yeah, only 10%, right? Yeah. So these guys are actually they pay 16 cents a share per month, right? So that if you 16 cents may not sound like a lot to a lot of people. They're like, oh, bro, 16 cents is huge. I'm talking about a month. I'm not talking about a quarter. I'm talking about a month. Every month they pay.
How much is it per share?
Right now, so when I got into it, it was about 16 or 17. It rose to 19, and then the sickness occurred, and it dropped to 9. And I got in at 9. I got in at 10. I got in at 11. It's at 12, 15, 12, 20, 12, 30 today, right?
I'm gonna need you to send me a list of these. I need you to send me a list.
I got you, bro. I send you a text with it or an email or something.
Okay.
I shoot you the ones to look at. Just look at them.
And we'll also have these well, you know what? We're not gonna have all these stocks in the video. If you're listening to it, you have to listen to the video to find out where the stocks are located. We're gonna put one or two in there. To find the rest of the stocks at the end of the whole video.
Make sure if you post this on YouTube or Facebook or wherever you post it, make sure you send your invite link to Robinhood like right next to it. So when they click it, you get some people, right? I don't know if they limit it. I feel like they will at some point.
No, they don't. And now you know for every like 3 you get another free stock.
You get a fourth, right? Yeah. I read that.
Yeah.
So
because I sent it in my church group chat.
Yeah, nice. Did you get them all?
Not all of them, but enough, son. Because I tell people like I'm not trying to come up, but I'm like if I'm telling you about it. Like I said, I tell people for my mistakes, I'm like, let me tell you something. Do not invest. To me, for people, because some of my knowledge is not as vast as yours for these stocks. I tell people the simplest way I can explain it to you, like Warren Buffett said. Well, Warren Buffett model is invest in the business that you show off, invest in the business that know how to do business.
Yep.
Marvin model is invest in what you do. If you drive Chevrolet, buy Chevrolet stocks. You like Nike, buy Nike stock. You shop at Dollar General all the time, buy Dollar General stock.
You got an iPhone, buy Apple phone.
Buy Apple stock. So sometimes we make it harder. I think we make it harder than what it is. But somebody told something. I'm not going to call it stupid. I'll just say it was kind of ignorant. It was like cause sometimes I like some of the bigger stocks have dividends, and I'll be like, well, it pays let's say, I don't know, 4 cents a share on I don't know, let's say $10 stock. Yeah, $4 stock. I'm just throwing a number out there. That's it. Your money sits in a bank and you get 1/16 of a penny for every $200 you got. I'm being facetious with these numbers, but I'm like, don't look at the small number. But I'm like, you complaining when you get nothing right now.
Yep.
You're getting nothing. But see now when I find a Warren Buffett trick, now the catch-22 is getting away from that capital gains tax. You sell that shit and get that money.
Two things. I know a lot of people. I mean, whatever side of the political fence you sit on, right? Like, I will say this: if I'm not mistaken, President Donald Trump had reduced the capital gains tax.
Okay.
For the last 3 years or so. Like it used to be like 40%.
I thought it was like 60.
No, it's 40. It was 40 before he came in office. Sitting at about 20 right now. So he cut it in half. So like if you wanted to get out of capital gains, now would have been a pretty good time. But capital gains is only if you don't hold the stock for a year. Like if you hold the stock for a year, you don't pay capital gains. It's just straight income tax. As soon as your stock is held for so if you I don't know if you do your taxes or if you get someone to do your taxes for you, but do you ever look at the Robinhood statement when you get it?
No, not really. But after this year, I will be doing my own taxes from now on.
Yeah, so I try to do my own taxes, but this year whole crazy shit happened. I mean, oops, like whole crazy stuff happened.
No. Hey, I don't care because just don't say the other C word.
Yeah, I won't say that.
Yeah.
Bunch of whole crazy stuff happened. But I was looking at my stocks, and there's short-term gains and long-term gains, right? So it's categorized based on year. I have zero. I can't say zero. I don't have any long-term gains yet because I haven't held stocks long enough to do it. I buy and sell. Actually, this year I should have quite a few that won't have any issues. Wow, Chargers got Justin Herbert or whatever.
Oh my gosh!
I told you they're gonna draft a quarterback. I told you they're gonna. And watch, the Patriots are gonna take that dude Love. I've been reading about it. Yeah,
from Utah State. Everybody see that he caught. I saw him.
I heard he can ball, man. I heard he can ball.
Yeah, because they be having them early Saturday, Thursday night games. I saw a few of them. Them late Saturday games. God dog, I guess the time difference.
Exactly. But like I was saying, long term versus short term. It's long term you don't pay capital gains tax.
Okay. Well, I'm so glad you. Oh, I didn't know that. Who got? Oh, the Dolphins drafted Tua.
Yeah, the Dolphins drafted Tua.
Good pick, Dolphins, because I just knew the Dolphins was gonna mess it up. I just
Hey
them
man, the
Dolphins
Dolphins, the
don't make sense.
Dolphins should have took Cam. Let Tua heal. Get Cam a year.
I think the Dolphins took Tua knowing that he's still gonna sit a year.
I guess they're gonna
I think
run with Fitzpatrick then, right?
yeah, I guess they figure one thing you say about Fitz, even though he's so inconsistent, I think at least he'll give you Fitz to give you a good solid 6 games
For
of
sure.
great play, then a 6 games of bad play, but he'll show you how to be a pro.
That's true. I heard the Falcons had tried to trade up earlier today. Just didn't work out.
Stop, boy. But man, I'm telling you, man. But I'm glad we're talking about this because I tell people, man,
I'm telling you right now, Panthers
the
taking
amount of
Isaiah
money.
Simmons, Clemson.
You think so?
They're on the clock. He's not off the board, right? I don't think
Hey,
he's.
he ain't off the board. You
Yep.
look, they got that game clock going top 10.
Which one, Kinlaw?
Kinlaw.
Hey, I heard he's a beast. And that's another thing. Panthers need a defensive tackle, bro. They got rid of Gerald McCoy. They got rid of Vernon Butler. They got rid of they have no middle, dude. Like this is wild. This is like a total rebuild, but it's not a rebuild in the sense of like it could be worse.
Oh, hey, I brought me a Berkshire B stock.
Yep. I'm rocking with them. They're at 185 right now, man. It's a good time to get in on that too.
Yeah, I got it on it when it was down.
Nice.
Off that shit alone, and I'm telling you, people like, what you think about when you drafting? I think about Facebook, and now I'm not gonna think about Facebook no more. Now I'm gonna think about A&D.
I'm telling
Michelle,
telling you, man.
I got to do the math on that. Hold on, I'm sick right now. I'm sick right now.
Hey, even if we had 50 of them back then.
Let me see. I think I know I'm gonna say I had 50 because I had a good bit. So I'm gonna say that's.
It'll tell you in the app how many you had.
That is okay. I'm gonna say 50. So you say what is trading at now?
It was 55 a couple days ago. It might be back down to like 50.
I'll do 50 minus 6 because we got like 6 you get because I got in early. You told me about it. So I'm gonna say that's 44. Oh, my phone is right there. Well, anyway, so I'm trying to see what's 44 times 50.
44 times 50? It's like 2,000. Right? 2K.
I don't know.
2K.
I just passed out. I remember my first.
Look at that. It's at 54 right now, flat. 54, and that's with it being down today, like 3% after hours. So it was sitting at 55 easy. Like
somebody made a killing, and we could have been.
I will say this, man. My stepdad, so me and him, we always trade news about investing all the time. Like Now is a pretty good time to invest in oil if you can. But
yep, I did that too.
Yep. so
I got it on that one.
So me and him always mess around and talk about it, right? So I got him on AMD at 34, 35, and like at 32, 33, something like that. And it was something happened. It was like a bad day, and it went from like 34, 35, like 25 overnight. And he called me. I remember this one day. I was like, bro, please don't sell. I told him, I was like, don't sell it. Don't sell it. Don't sell it. Give it like 6 months to a year. I promise. And there's like 4 or 5 months, it was up 44, right?
See?
So he rocking from 34 to 44, $10 a share, period. Like in 4 months. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. In my personal opinion, though, AMD is gonna rock out about 60. I can't see it going more than that. And if it does, it's crazy.
All of a sudden, your phone has started getting a little choppy a little bit.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because I have my phone by me.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep. So I was saying I don't think it'll max out around like 60, 65. I can't see it going like 80, 100. I mean, it could. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Sorry, got an email. I get work emails like all through the day, all through the night. But
dang. Yeah, because I got it on Exxon. I got it on BP, Let me tell you something else I'll be getting into because the only thing that Robinhood doesn't provide, and Robinhood, I tell people, I said the Robinhood y'all see, I tell people stop complaining because the Robinhood y'all got is not the same Robinhood that I had 2-3 years ago. It's so much better, so many more tools, and now the only thing they don't have is index funds, but what they do have is the ETFs.
Yep.
It's like the S&P 500 ETF.
Yep. SPXL's ETF.
Yep.
The one I was telling you about.
Yeah, dude. Like, what is that? Like, it's like an index.
Oh, who did Christian McCaffrey pick, bro? Who we got?
Uh-oh.
I can't tell if he's picking somebody. I can't hear right now either.
He's not on.
He's just talking. The pick's been in for like 10 minutes.
The pick is in. Well, I can see the pick. I don't know.
I can't see it. Tell me if you hear it.
Oh, y'all got on. Oh no. It's not saying yet. It just said the pick is in.
It's been saying that though. It went to commercial break and came back. It's still saying it.
It's supposed to be super long.
What you say?
I bet you.
It's supposed to be super long. Is that that's a different Zoom.
Let's see what they got.
Matt Rule.
I'm trying. I don't get it. He wasn't even a great coach at Baylor to me. Stop, son.
He's rebuilding, man. Hey, tell me how they let Cam Newton go and they finally signed a wide receiver, Robbie Anderson.
You know what I'm saying? Boy from the Jets, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Man, what they waiting on the set of pick? Man, they really milking this thing.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
They are really milking it. Let me see.
What is it?
Here we go. He about to say it now.
I should be in the background with you, bro. We should be in the background over there like, yo, let's go.
Yeah.
Derek Brown, defensive tackle, Auburn.
Oh. I thought I was at
dang, they let Simmons go like that? Woo.
Oh.
Baby Barack.
He came out of nowhere. I don't remember him because I don't remember nobody from Auburn,
Bro, tell me how his whole family got DB shirts on.
Hey,
Brandon, boy.
Hey,
Brandon.
Hey, your boy getting drafted. What you want on it? What you want on
it? I just say they Brandon, man. They ready for the brand.
You got that right. Sugar Hill, Georgia. That's a big fella.
Hey, man. KK got somebody in the middle now.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy though, man. But man, hey, I'm glad you dropped that knowledge on us tonight, man. Cause I'm telling people, hey, this
hit me up anytime, man. I'm always trying to read something.
Well, now we definitely be doing that. Cause now I think we're gonna be using Zoom a whole lot more often.
I'm always down, man.
All right, you do Zoom. Hey, Marvin, say what's up.
What's up?
What up?
He got to be around me. What I want to ask you about? Do you think the NBA season is going to come back?
They keep saying in Las Vegas they're going to play it out, no fans, and just play out the games. Everybody stays in Vegas, plays in Vegas, which makes sense. Like you got, let's just say you got a giant hotel like the Aria Grand, right, where they do the World Series of Poker every year. They got like ballrooms the size of NBA courts, right? Like you just put a couple courts up and you just start playing, and that's the end of that story.
Because they're going to start with the playoffs, right? Like wherever seed you was at, they're going to start off right there. Okay.
I feel like it. I mean, I'm sure they'll figure something out or do something about the seeding. But if that's the case, the Magic gonna make the playoffs. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. The Magic turning. Oh, the Magic turning around. Did you watch the Jordan Last Dance?
Last Dance. Now I gotta check that out.
Bro, let me tell you something. I only seen it was only they only released 2 parts.
Yep.
It is hands down the best Michael Jordan doc I've seen. It's the most rawest, the most realist. Boy, stop, son. It's the most rawest, the most realist one I've seen yet.
I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out.
So I definitely got to say that. But hey, man, I think it's been a good episode. Hey, how much time we got?
I gotta go. It's 9:15. It's been at least an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, son.
Oop, my bad. Turn the volume off. I turned it up. But yeah, man, I gotta get some homework in. So I'll hit you up, my man.
Hey, bro, I'm glad you did it. Shout out to Misha, one half of Eminem Podcast.
Hey.
I'm Marvin, the other half of Eminem Podcast. We did our thing. This man dropped some knowledge on y'all today about these stocks. Let's get this money while we can. Because this is my thing. In every recession, millionaires are made.
Yep. I told you about the one doctor, Harvard doctor. Look it up in what is that? The Business Journal. I forgot what the Market Business Journal or something like that. Invested $5 million in that pharmaceutical company. Worth $1 billion now.
Yeah, but you also have $5 million to invest. That's one heck of a.
I mean, yeah, you look at the money like that, but in general,
that's still.
Like, I'm just saying, like you said, you got the money sitting in your bank account, or you got the money sitting in Robinhood. It's still liquid, and don't forget, if you do end up paying capital gains tax, you're not paying it on the entire share. You're only paying it on the portion that you profited on, right? So if it was a $10 share and you made $5, right? So it went from 10 to 15, and you sold that share, right? You're only paying tax on $5. You're not paying tax on $15. So don't forget that.
Okay, and now since the president DT brought that thing down a little bit.
Yeah. Instead of 40%, you're paying 20% currently.
Marvin, that microphone's stupid. I'm gonna try to send it back. I'm gonna do what Michelle said. I'm gonna try to send this thing back.
You send it back. Yeah, just like I said, log into Amazon. You'll see. They'll give you a return link or RMA.
I'm gonna see because I don't think it might have been 30 days already. That's why I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can always call them and be like, "Hey, man, this thing's not working," and see what they do for you.
Okay.
They have good support. Call them Amazon.
I have because I need it.
Huh?
I need to return. I need to turn the battery. They was like, "If you don't take batteries back, just keep it and we about to send your money back."
There you go.
Like you're not allowed to send batteries
in the mail.
back.
Yeah.
In the mail.
Yep. It's actually, if you ever go to the USPS or whatever, they'll ask you if it's a lithium-ion battery or whatever, and they'll be like, "Nope."
Can't send it.
Yep.
All right, bro. We're signing out. That was a great episode. This episode, because of me, this episode will be available on all platforms. It will be on Eminem Podcast YouTube, Eminem Podcast Facebook, Marvel Sports and Life Facebook, Marvel Sports and Life YouTube. Because this is an Eminem podcast.
It's Marvel Sports and Life, man. It's Marvel Sports and Life. I support you, bro. I support you all day.
Hey, you do it. But hey, man, let me tell you, I realize, man, I've been watching so much YouTube content lately, just listening to it. Then you have guys that have like 5 different shows within one channel, but on different platforms with different people within one.
Exactly.
I'm like, why not? Exactly. But we will get back on it. That's a conversation me and Michelle will have outside of you guys' listening ears. But I thank you, my dog. Make sure you send me those.
I'll send them right now, man. I'm gonna send them right now.
All right, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Yep.
All right.